Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys, or welcome back. This is Jeff, and today we're doing part 4 of the Forest Stronghold. It's set number 910043. Here's what it looks like when it's done. This is one of the Bricklink Designer 3 series. This thing has a total of 3,395 pieces. We have built bags 1 through 24, and I will switch here so you can see what it looks like. And hello, Jamie, and hello, Greg. I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here. All right, so here is bags. Well, I got another part here too. Bags 1 through 24 right here. And these are all in a playlist if you want to go back and watch them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside this built part, and then we're going to get started on this part here. And I hope to get 6, maybe 7 bags done today. And hello, Mrs. Chip. And Greg, how was your day? Mrs. Chip, how was your day? Jamie, excuse me. How was your day? I had a pretty decent day. It's been kind of warm around here, but that's okay. It is summertime now, or close enough. We'll be by the end of this month. I did set the baby chicks outside last night for the first time, and they're in the coop. I just couldn't handle the smell, and I couldn't handle their constant bickering back and forth. And so I just put them out in the coop. Coop's been cleaned out. I put a heat lamp for them, and I turned it on last night, and I disconnected it first thing this morning. All of them survived, so it's been good so far. And we have 8, like I've said, so I'm proud of that. It'll probably take another 5 months before they start producing any eggs. But yeah, it's been pretty good. All right, bear with me. My computer does not like this big file. Yep, it almost got up to 90 today, which I know isn't that bad for some of you. Let's see. Oh, I apologize. My computer's kind of taking a dump on me. It always happens whenever I get these bigger files in. Oh, come on. It doesn't want to. Hello, Jelly Brick Builds. How you doing? Put the wrong piece in here. All right. There's a few things I want to share with you guys. Some changes. First things first, I've been talking about these dividers and 3D printing them. And that's been going pretty well. So well, in fact, that I opened an Etsy shop, and it is now live. And so are the scams already, by the way. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to have to... Oh, there we go. Let me show you what they look like. So if you store your items, your Lego items, in small drawers like these, the Akro-Mils, I went ahead and created our own. This is the white one. It does say chip indented in there. You can't really see it. But I've got the black ones for sale. They're $11.99 for 32 of them. That's competitively priced compared to the other ones. And yes, it went live today. And so did the scams already. I already got an email saying, hey, you got a sale, but it couldn't go through because we didn't have your banking details. Of course, I'm not going to believe that. I went over to Etsy, and no, there's not been any sales. Someone's already fishing for my banking information. but Etsy's live. And let's see. Bricklink. You guys probably remember back when the Ultimate Collector Series came out, the Ultimate Collector Series AT-AT. Well, I am happy to tell you that I got my own copy of it, but in that bundle of sets that I bought last week was included one, and the lightsaber, Luke's lightsaber, that was part of the GWP with that. That was also part of the buy. I've been able to verify all the pieces, and I have it listed in my Bricklink store. If you're interested, there is a link in the description for that. And let's see. Let's see. Jelly Brick says, I'm good. I'm glad I won't be in middle school no more, so I'll have to deal with one of my teachers. Yeah. Is this one of the teachers that you've mentioned before? And that's right. You're on summer break now. Or at least most people are. And yeah, you probably are. Are you on summer break? That's probably what I should do is ask you. Not assume. Okay, there's bag 25. Let's move on to bag 26. Let's see. I never understood why people like Australia, like, bro, those spiders are huge. I'm not living there. I actually know a few people that live in Australia. And the joke is, yes, everything there is trying to kill you. I don't know that for real. I've never lived there. But they have that big old crab spider thing. And that thing's freaking huge, man. I don't want to ever come into contact with one of those. Also, want to tell you guys what's coming up. What's coming up over the next couple of days. Tomorrow, there will be a shop update video. It's already posted, just not released until midnight tonight, my time. And I have been able to, you guys have been great. And there's been enough orders that I was able to buy a bag of insulation. And I had the time to install it. So we do have about half the wall done, just a little less than half. And that will allow for other things like building another Lego table to expand the city. I already have the wood for that. Most of it's been cut. There's a few more pieces that need to be cut, but for the most part, it's done. My son Spencer said he'd help me out with that, so we will be doing that shortly. And you will be seeing a video here shortly of us building the table, which will allow me to expand the city. And there's plans for that because I have the steam riverboat that we're going to build on live stream, and that is actually going to be part of that new section because we have the beach and then we're going to have a river going through, and where that river goes through, the steamboat will be, as well as a couple other things. I don't want to give too much away. I guess the other thing that I will tell you or give away is the Harbor Master's office that came with this set or this series. I have it. That will also be a part of that section, that new section of the city. And Italian Gaming, how you doing? Sorry, I'm behind on the comments. And Greg says, I got a surprise purchase from Lego already built. And which one was that, Greg? And just in case I haven't said it lately, I'm going to say it right now. I appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight. And every time you guys show up, I appreciate it a lot. And Mayo's here. Hello, Mayo. How you doing? Jelly Brick says, well, she's kind of mean because she keeps making me mad. Yeah, I'm on summer. All right, so awesome. Awesome. Well, I will just say enjoy your summer breaks while you get them, because when you turn an adult, you don't get summer breaks from school or work. You work year round, and maybe you get a week or two vacation a year, and that's it. A lot of companies these days have switched over to making your sick time and vacation time the same. So if you have a major illness during the year, you don't get vacation. You just get sick time because you got to use it as sick time. So I would just say enjoy it. And I hope you do enjoy it. Jelly Brick says, like, bro, did a nuclear power plant explode that caused spiders to be huge? Like, why are they so big? Actually, I have a meme for that, and I don't know where it's at. So I'll just tell you what it says. It's one of those signs that tell you where things are at, and it says nuclear power plant to the left, and also to the left is a spider, something about spiders, and it says what could possibly go wrong. And Italian Gaming says, I'm happy I don't have to go to school anymore. I graduated this year. Awesome. Yeah. Is it just maybe the area that you're in, Mayo? The reason I ask is I used to have a friend, I forget his first name, but I used to play Kingdoms of Camelot with him. And I remember his name was Gearhead. God, what was his first name? Anyway, that's not really the important part. The important part is he used to always tell me that everything in Australia is trying to kill you. And I imagine it's different because, I mean, that's a big country land-wise. And Mayo says, I'm Australian. I have spiders living in my garage. They're smaller than a quarter, and they're harmless. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. And Jelly Bricks is saying that I don't know Aussie had small spiders. I only knew about the big ones. It's probably because the only ones people are really afraid of are the big ones. That's why we only hear about that. Mayo says, if anything, South American tarantulas are bigger and more deadly than any spider in Australia. I got a brother-in-law who's actually born in Argentina. He's lived in the States since he was about 18, though. So, and he's now in his 40s, so he's been here longer than he's been here in the U.S. longer than he's been in living in Argentina. Sorry, I can't speak. I'm trying. And English is my first and only language, by the way. The little bit of German I learned in high school don't count. Okay, that's weird. I've got an extra piece that, oh, well, there it goes. I see it. All right, so that is yet another bag in the bag. And we're on bag 27, by the way, if you're keeping track. Most of us are American, but not all of us. The middle of Australia is where all the dangerous animals are at. That's why 90% of our population lives on the coast. Mayo. Greg's asking, hey, Mayo, have you seen the Eastern brown snake or coastal taipan? Lego one, is that the 10360? Isn't that the space shuttle with the oh, I'm sorry, the 747 transport? I can't even speak right now. I will admit, guys, I just woke up from a nap. I didn't think I was gonna nap, but I was sitting there on the couch, and Enzo came up to me and wanted some attention. Started giving it to him. The next thing I knew, I was asleep. Well, actually, I didn't even know that. Next thing I knew, I was waking up from a nap, and it was just about 10 minutes, roughly about 10 minutes before they started. So my brain's sticking a little bit. Hey, Ken, how you doing? He says, I'm sitting here watching my favorite YouTube mentor who I'm looking up to while my 30-minute lunch break. And I appreciate that, Ken. How are things going at work? So the tentative plan, guys, let me just share with you what I'm going to do in the next week as far as videos. And this is tentative, but we've got a shop update video coming out tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to do version 2 of the medieval dragon, which is set number 31161. It's a creator 3-in-1. I've got 3 copies, and I'm going to build all 3. We've done 1 already. We're going to do version 2 coming up. And then we're going to have hopefully the last live stream for this particular set on Thursday. Friday, I'm hoping will be another shop update. Depends on whether if I can get to that Lego table or not. And I was kind of confused. I wasn't really sure whether to call it a shop update or not, because it's not really a shop update. But on the other hand, I'm really not sure what else to call it, because it's not really a city update. So anyway, we're going to go shop update, and we're going to go ahead and hopefully have that video being released on Friday. Saturday, I hope to be able to do the 3rd version of the medieval dragon. And then Sunday, I hope they'll do a live stream where we start the Art of Chocolate, which is another version or another set from the Bricklink Designer Series 3. Like I said, I've got all of them, and I plan on doing all of them. By the way, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Pacific time in the U.S. is going to be the opening of the Bricklink Designer Series 4. This is going to be a little different because Lego has said that they're not capping it out at 10, 20, or even 30,000. They didn't say what they're capping it out on, but there's been rumors that if you order it within the first 24 hours, they're just going to make as many as it takes to fill those orders. That's the rumor. Now, I don't know, but that is a departure from the past. I hope they do that. I'm going to order one of each, by the way. And when they come in, we're going to do yet another one of these series where we build these on camera. So, Italian Gaming says that he is from Canada. Do you mind me asking what Providence? And the reason I would ask that is I actually know people from Canada. Alberta, Lethbridge. I used to have a couple roommates in college that were from there. And I messed this up, so I'm fixing it. I might have messed up. That one's okay. Yeah, I had 2 roommates in college that were from Lethbridge. And I'm trying to... Adam, what was his last name? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, they were all right. I used to joke around with them a little bit. One time I put an American flag up in our kitchen, and they didn't mind it. I gave them a little grief and told them that Canada was a 51st state, which they didn't really like that joke too much. And then one time I took some construction paper red, and I cut out a maple leaf, and I taped it to the American flag as if it was one of the stars. And even though other jokes that I made kind of upset them, they thought that one was funny. So, all right, let's see. I'm Australian, but the two biggest markets for my videos by far are American and Canada, which means I have more friends in those countries than my own country. Yeah, I could see that. All right, so we're going to lay down some gold here. Not real gold, just Lego gold. I love those little crown round things there. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention one of the biggest things. My goodness. This last weekend, we had a show. We had a show at Stadler, which is a train manufacturer. It's a Swiss company, but they have a manufacturing plant in Salt Lake City, Utah. And once a year, they have an open house for anybody. Well, there's 2 days for the open house. One is for the company and their families, and the other one is for the general public. Anyway, my dad's group, the NMRA, the National Model Railroad Association, they're the ones that were initially invited. They invited my lug there, and we displayed there, including the Daily Bugle. And we got to do tours and see their current project, which I'm not sure if I'm really allowed to say much about their current projects, so I won't. But we got to see trains in their various stages of being built, because they manufacture passenger trains. All right, so we got a gold pile here. And I had a lot of fun at the show. Spencer was nice enough to show up and help me take down my stuff. I had maybe about 25% of the display this time, so a lot less than usual, which I'm grateful for. I'm glad there's other people that were able to attend. So, yeah. Got to go to work. All right. Well, I appreciate Italian Gaming. Thank you for being here. And I'm sorry if I missed you leaving. I am behind on comments. And I hope you watch on the replay and get my apology. But I always appreciate you being here. Jelly Brick's saying that he hopes that high school won't be as bad unless teachers are going to stereotype me as well. You know, I graduated high school a year early, and the reason I did it is I didn't like the immaturity of the students, not the teachers. The teachers were actually okay. It was just the students in their constant stupidness I didn't like. So I finished up my classes in 3 years and graduated as a junior. You might want to see if that's available, because there are extra classes you have to take in order to make that happen. But yeah, I graduated high school when I was 16 years old. They may not attack if I fart on them. Okay. Mayo says 90% of our country lives on the coast. 80% of our country lives in the big city. That's because we leave the dangerous animals alone, like how Americans leave rattlesnakes and Canadians leave deer alone. Yes, I do leave rattlesnakes alone. However, they do like me. I'm joking, but yes, I've actually seen a rattlesnake on my property shortly after I first moved in. And that's why I got the outdoor cats. So they'd eat the mice, so the snakes would have zero food. And yeah, actually, they leave me the heck alone. I've never seen one since. So you got to learn how to live with them or avoid them, which is exactly what I did. By removing their food source, they went away. All right, so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm doing I am out of work right now, and I'm working on the channel, but pardon me. I think one of Enzo's hairs went up my nose. About ready to sneeze, trying to avoid that. So what's been going on, or what I've been working on, is number one, my health. And as part of that, I'm going to quit being a baby and go ahead and schedule 2 different doctor's appointments because I've had some issues creep up, and it's time to take care of those issues. Okay. So now we're on bag 28, guys, just to let you know. And gal, if Mrs. Chip is still here. You didn't read your comment. Oh, did I miss one? Yeah. Good evening, Jeff. I'm sitting here watching my favorite YouTube mentor who I'm looking up to while on my 30-minute break. Okay. I apologize. I thought I did read that, but I'm going to blame it on old age. And Jellybrick said, deer kill a lot of people, try to kill themselves by going on the road in front of cars. Like deer should be called wildcats because they love to stop in front of people. Well, I will tell you, I have been very fortunate to never hit a deer out here. My sister, on the other hand, she lives out in this area, not like super close, but the same general area. And she has hit deer twice and totaled 2 different cars. So yes, that's very common. In fact, I have a meme for that where deer go to the mailbox and there's a postcard and it said, "Oh, it's another thank you card from the auto body shop." So yeah, deer, they do have that reputation. Okay. The Lego one-piece sets are disappointing because the non-expensive sets are brick heads that don't come with figures. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But there are some people like Mrs. Chip who just absolutely love the brick heads. I mean, it's something for everybody, and not everything's for everybody. So I can see why they're doing it, especially with Lego getting more and more expensive. I can see them, trying to appeal to I don't want to say lower budget, but yeah, kind of a lower budget. I only have a couple of brick heads. I don't have many of them. I don't really collect them. I did collect all the helmets though, which those are different than that. So Ken said slow and only had yesterday off. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So normally, I guess what you're trying to say is you normally get 2 days off, but this time you only got the 1. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I hate when I do that. That wasn't too bad. I was able to recover from it. Okay. Never mess with the deer. No. And Loopy Doopy, how you doing? What about the Avengers Tower? That is something that I am starting this week. The new level. I have been toying around with how to make it work because I'm putting an elevator in there so I can stack 2 different versions of the Quinjet in there. God dang, Enzo. Sorry, guys. You would not want to be in this room right now. That dog just let one go, and it stinks. That's just Enzo, man. He does that all the time. But there is no questioning who did it and when. Anyway, I'm sure you guys don't want to talk about dog flatulence. Oh, and you know what? Italian Gaming, thanks for reminding me. I was in the middle of talking about what I'm doing for this week, and I got sidetracked like I often do. That is one of the goals this week, is to start that, the Avengers Tower. Also, I plan on getting 12,000 steps a day, trying to get more steps in, get more exercise in. I did get a session on the exercise bike the end of the day. Okay, let's see. All right. Moving on from geography class and Animal Planet TV, how's the build going? I really like this build. It reminds me of the stuff that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, the Forestmen. And I was never able to buy, I think I only have one of their sets. And so I always felt the loss because I wasn't able to get it. So I am grateful that they kind of released. I mean, they didn't do a full release, but they did this one. So I'm grateful for that. Kind of helps me collect a little bit of what I missed out on, in a way. British Columbia. Okay, so you're right above like Washington State in the U.S. Okay, I know you. Well, I know the area. I can't say that I know where you're at just off of that, but yeah. On Saturday, I went to the store and found a funny graduation card that was the correct and incorrect way of receiving your diploma, and the correct way was the guy showing off his butt. All right. Chip, did you ever stop getting those hauntings when you first moved in? Yes. I have not had anything weird happen in a long time. Although I did think earlier today, I thought I had a haunting thing going on because I heard some knocking and it was pretty steady. And it wasn't, though. All it was the 3D printer was right up against the wall. So when it reached a certain point, it would hit the wall. And because it was at the end of the thing, it kept like going really fast and it kept knocking on the wall. And it sounded like someone knocking, but I figured it out and I moved the printer and it quit happening. So the short answer is no. There hasn't been anything that's happened recently. But I thought there might have been something earlier today, but there was not. And good memory, by the way. I always meant to ask my neighbors if they've had anything, because this whole entire subdivision used to be a giant alfalfa farm. And the guy used to have a house on here. It was torn down when this became a subdivision, but I'm not sure where the house was located, and that would be very interesting. If the house was located right where I live, that would explain the hauntings, but I have no idea actually where the house was, so it's kind of not really a good gauge of it, but I'd like to know. And I wonder if I'm sure there's county records somewhere, or maybe an old aerial photo or something, because before Google Maps. This house has been here for about 15 years now. And hitting a moose would feel like hitting a brick wall real fast because moose are so big. And you know something? We actually do have moose in this area. I'm in Idaho, by the way. So, yeah, we're pretty far up north. I mean, Idaho does border Canada, for those who didn't know. And let's see. Oh, got news of the weird. I forgot about that. Let's see. I promised Greg I'd bring him on, so Greg, let me send you a link real quick. All right, that should be the right one, Greg. If I didn't fat finger it, it's going to go through. And Lego should bring back Monster Fighters and Power Miner. I love the Monster Fighters. I actually wish they would bring that back. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, so we talked about a little bit about some stuff, about some farting, and not that I really want to focus on that, but I do have a News of the Weird story that I did read ahead of time, and I need to read that to you guys since we kind of talked about it already. So let me switch over to that. Okay. All right. So in Wilkes-Barre Township, Pennsylvania, 3 men came to blows on May 16th at CSL Plasma after one of them let one rip while standing in line, the Times leader reported. Chaz Pearson, 39, was standing behind an elderly man who dropped a bomb, then apologized. But Pearson allegedly struck the man in the head, and when the man's son stepped in, hit him too. Pearson faces charges of simple assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct. So there you go. Hello, Greg. How you doing?
Right.
How has your day been?
It's okay.
Today
It's
was
it's uneventful.
okay. Today's your day off.
Yeah, go back tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good to have an uneventful day off, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, how how's your day besides your nap?
My day's been pretty dang good. Yeah, I don't know where that nap came from because I thought I was doing okay, but I mean, like I said, I just kind of sat on the couch, was petting Enzo, and lights out, man.
And so
So
it's on top of you.
no, I was sitting on the couch. He was sitting on the floor, but I was petting him. So
How's Max and the others?
Max is doing pretty well. He's he got a little mad at me earlier because when Spencer came home for his lunch, he opened a can of tuna for him, and I kind of forgot about it. And one of the other outdoor cats, Tux, asked to come in. Tux came in and immediately went for the tuna can and pretty much finished the whole thing out off before Max could get to it. And I got a couple of looks like I was slitting Max's throat. He was pretty pissed at me.
Expect a few cat droppings in your laundry.
Well, it's just cat behavior, whatever, you know. All right, guys, if you're keeping track, that's another bag in the bag. We are on bag 29. Oh, and I apologize. I don't mean to yawn at you guys. It's just been, well, it's been the warmest it's been so far this year. And I probably spent about 2 hours of that outside or in the shop today, so I'm a little drained from just being out in the heat.
How's Jenny doing?
Let's see. Well, if she's around, we'll let her respond. If she doesn't, I will give an update because we just talked today. So, oh shoot, where'd that go? Oh, way the heck over there. I'll be right back.
Enzo. Enzo.
He heard you, but he's just kind of looked like, who the heck is that? All right, let's see if we can get this to stay on there. And I've got a couple other things for you guys. I looked up some weird Texas laws. I went to a different website because the other one had the laws weren't even that weird. They were dumb. So, all right. Milking your neighbor's cow will find you on the wrong side of the law and a $10 fine in Texas. I'm not sure why that. What's that?
Okay.
I'm not sure why that law was necessary, but apparently at some point it was. All right.
So people are interested in the house still?
No, we've had nothing for a couple weeks. I'm just pretty much planning on staying here because I read online that there are 500,000 people more that are trying to sell their homes right now than there are buyers. And so I think that finding a buyer would be almost impossible, which I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but honestly, if that's the way it's going, I can't do anything about it. And it's not like I don't enjoy this home anyway. It is a beautiful home. And plus the fact that this house has that shop that I so much want to utilize more. All right. This thing is going really slow. My computer, that is. So you started building your plane with the shuttle carrier thing?
It's right there.
Oh. Okay. Awesome. How long did it take you to put that together?
The Boeing about 8 hours. The shuttle about 2.
Okay.
It took me 2 days to build it.
Is it your new favorite, or do you have another one that you like better?
I like the functions on that better than the Concorde.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep, the chat died, Mayo. I killed it.
it it shows like a $80 icon set
Okay.
or a city set.
That part did not come through for me. I didn't hear you on that last sentence.
It shows like a $80 city set. It just throw in the minifigure in there.
Yeah. Well, Lego has come out with so many different versions of the shuttle. It's hard to it's there's so many. Like there's the more basic ones to the big old giant. What was it? Was that the Atlanta, whatever it was? I'm trying to remember which version it was they came out with. It was about 4 years ago. Anyway, they've come out with so many, and they've come out with launch pads and other things. So, okay, let's see here.
Uh, this is like an upgrade from the Boeing we had from the Creator line.
Oh, Atlantis from 2000. No, I'm thinking of a different one, Mayo. It was the really large one that had the Hubble telescope that went
Me,
inside of it.
me Discovery.
Discovery. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So you have all kinds, and then you got the Artemis launch pad thing. I mean, they've come out with a lot of different versions over time. All
Uh,
right. My computer's really going slow. I didn't know. My computer's going backwards. The instructions. Oh my goodness, that is freaking crazy. I'll tell you one thing I do find annoying is the new AI that they're trying to have help us. Like when you write something like in Word, it tries to fill in the next couple words for you, and I just don't care for it because I know how to write, and I don't need suggestions from a computer. And most of the time, it doesn't get it right anyways. So all it does is get in the way. Yeah, Atlantis. I said it wrong. Um,
uh,
oh shoot, I got this one wrong too.
I sent you the picture of the previous Boeing Lego did.
Okay. Well, let me take a look here in a minute. My phone is right here. For once, usually it's not here. Okay, these are supposed to be a little bit over. Let me move them over. Oh shoot. By the way, there are pictures of the Stadler show. They only let certain people take pictures. If you go to our Nutlug Facebook page, there are pictures of the Stadler show and the setup. And if you know which sets I own and which ones are my customs, you'll know which ones are mine. Uh, the Daily Bugle is definitely one of them. And let me look at your picture here, Greg. Oh yes, I never even saw this set. The Boeing. Is this an older set or is this the newer one?
That's the older one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Um, I don't know if I can. Oh, come on, really? All right, here we go. So it doesn't have a real like window in the cockpit. It's just kind of brick and plate built.
Mhm. I think that came out in the 90s, I guess.
Okay. Well, what threw
Um,
me off is it said it was on clearance, and I'm like, okay. Okay. So we need these two. And by the way, we've got one more bag after this one, and we will have done 6 bags tonight, which was the goal. So I'm happy to say that. Part of the problem is my computer is starting to slow down. We're on bag number 30, by the way. Okay. I mean, Mayo, I hear what you're saying about the AI making documentation easier, and you know, I don't know what to say about that because it's like I can see where it could be helpful. When I went to college, though, there was no such thing. You had to learn how to do documentation, so it kind of seems like a foreign concept to me. I mean, I'm not against it if it makes your life easier. I guess, just really foreign idea to me, though. Hey, John, how you doing? No problem, John. You're right on time. Oh, let's see. What's
oh, it came out 2006. Hey, John.
all right? Sorry about that. All right, let's get to this building. I really, this is, I'm really liking this part here because this is where you got the greenery mixed in with the rock, and it's um, starting to look really good actually. So
It 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 came out in 2006, though.
okay, so it has been retired for several years then.
Yep. At least the box looks nostalgic.
John says no news about the puppy yet. Um, I'm getting impatient. Oh yes, it is Rancor Steve's birthday, and I need to send him a message because I saw that on Facebook and I did not think. Yeah, I need to. Rancor Steve is a channel. He has his own channel, and I support him. Steve and I and John were all friends outside of Facebook. Um, I do have one thing I will say about AI is that there's a lot of people that are kind of freaking out about it, and if you think about it, though, AI has actually been a part of our society for many years. If you think about when you call a business and they have the phone tree, that's really AI, and that's been around for years. Yes, it was more primitive than what AI is now, but AI has been assisting us for many years, actually. All right, let's see. What do we have to do here? We got. This side's much smaller than the other side. I don't buy Bricklink Designer, but this is my favorite, and that's awesome. John says he's freaking out about AI. What about AI? You might ask. I'm not asking that in an accusatory manner. I'm just asking what your thoughts are on that.
What's your favorite set of the new wave of the Bricklink Designer Program?
I was just looking at that earlier, and I think it's the Transylvania Castle. And by the way, that ordering opens up at 8 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. John, yes, I have seen Battlestar Galactica. I don't remember it a whole lot because it was the late 90s, I think, when I saw it. And it had to be late 90s because I was working at the newspaper at the time. And I started working there in 1996. My goodness. That just makes me feel old to say that. Are you planning on buying any from the Series 4, Greg?
If I get a chance.
Okay.
Uh,
Which, which,
if
which one would you like to get, or which ones would you like to get if you could?
maybe the Transylvania one.
Yeah. Yeah, I already saw a Transylvania review online.
Was it Solid Brick Studios?
Yeah, it was Solid Bricks. It is pretty cool. All right. Well, my computer is slowing up, guys. We didn't learn from science fiction. No, we haven't. Um,
Uh, the popcorn wagon looks neat.
yeah, I saw that. That's one of the lower priced ones. I think it's like 60 or $70, if I remember right. I do like it though.
Uh, if you have a Pirate Harbor, the Thieves of Torga will fit right in.
Oh, wait a minute here. What did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. Let me fix
Uh,
that.
the Mushroom Village looks like it belongs in the Smurfs.
Yeah, I did see that one. Dr. Sturgeon, how you doing? All right, just to recap, guys and gals, is I will be doing another live stream of this, the next version of it, on Thursday, and hopefully we will finish it. Don't know if we will. If we do finish it, it's going to have to be a little bit longer of a live stream, just because I think, yeah, there's quite a few bags left. About 10. Maybe it'll be 2 more streams, guys. I don't know. We'll see. But the next stream will be on Thursday. That's for sure. And tomorrow will be a shop update video that'll come out. And there I am. All right. See you later, Mayo. Thanks for being here. Oh, boy.
I can see you can do the popcorn wagon in one stream.
Well, I am planning on having an amusement park in my city, so having one in that area would be nice.
Uh, If you have a pirate section in your harbor, the Thieves of Torga will fit right in.
Yeah, that is a possibility. I do have plenty of pirate ships, and I also have Pirates of the Caribbean, the London set, the London Chase set. So doing something along those lines would be pretty cool, in my opinion. Okay, let's see.
Lucky John.
Got the James Bond set today, Sean Connery. Awesome. All right, guys and gals, that is bag number 30. Let's pull this guy over. There we go. So we kind of have the two halves. It's going to go something like this, where the bridge and the bridge here. So I guess I should probably turn it around. This rabbit right here has been so annoying. I have knocked over that rabbit at least a dozen times. It's quite rabid. There we go. All right, that was done. All right, so that fell off.
Silly rabbits, tricks are for kids.
Well, I know a different version of that would getting kicked off of YouTube, so I won't say it. See, there you go. I bumped the rabbit again. So we're going to have a bridge here to connect the two sides, and I guess I need to move this over. There we go. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. Greg, thanks for being here. Please check out my Etsy store, links in the description, and my Bricklink store if you need parts. And you guys be good to each other and stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.